JAMB 2022 question 1. The question says we should obtain the maximum value of the function f of x is equals to x raised to power 3 minus 12x plus 4. F of x is equals to x raised to power 3 minus 12x plus 4. Now this is a question on turning point, and we should understand that at turning point the y dx is equals to 0, and at maximum point we have that the square y dx squared is less than 0. At minimum point the square y dx squared is greater than 0, and of course at point of inflection the square y the x squared is equals to 0. Now this all is an application in calculus, so you can refer to more videos on this in our lesson videos on calculus. You will see where we talked on turning points. So let's go back to the question. F of x is equals to x squared minus 12x plus 4. We are asked to evaluate the maximum value, x raised to power 3, the maximum value. So the first thing to do is to evaluate the y dx, because the graph of this could be like this. So the maximum value we are looking for is this value. So let's evaluate the y dx to know the turning point. The y dx is going to give us 3x minus 12. Now, so at turning point, the y dx is equals to 0. That means it's going to give us 3x squared, because when we have y to give us ax raised to power n, the y dx is going to give us n ax raised to power n minus 1. Therefore, at turning point where the y dx is equals to 0, therefore 3x squared minus 12 is equals to 0. And simplifying for x, 3x squared is equals to 12. Dividing both sides by 3, x squared is equals to 4. Now taking the square root, which will give us positive or negative, so x will be plus or minus 2. Now we have two values, x is equals to plus 2 or x is equals to minus 2. So with that done now, we know that the value of our dy dx is 3x squared minus 12. What then is our value of the square y the x squared? Therefore the square y the x squared here will be equals to 6x squared, 6x. Now want to evaluate maximum point and minimum point. Remember that at maximum point the square y the x squared is less than 0, and at minimum point the square y the x squared is greater than 0. So we have two values. We have x is equals to plus 2 and x is equals to minus 2. So when x is equals to plus 2, our d square y the x squared will be 6 into plus 2, which is equals to 12. 12 is greater than 0, and this shows a minimum value. When x is equals to -2, the square y, the x squared, is equals to 6 into -2, and this shows -12, which is less than 0. So this is the maximum value. So therefore, the maximum value that we are looking for is equals to -12, which is option C.